Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're continuing our RWBY journey into episode 3, the first step. Now we will be combining the first step part 1 and the first step part 2, so episodes 3 and 4 technically, but I'm gonna call it the same episode. So, without any further ado, let us get into it. Boom. Oh man, love this opening. It's currently like 8:30 in the morning right now. I should have recorded sooner, but I didn't, and here I am now. This opening is it's a great wake-up call. It's a great alarm. Alright.
Wake up, lazy
Who the
butt.
fuck?
It's
Who?
morning, it's morning, it's morning, it's morning. I can't believe we've been at Beacon for a full 24 hours.
Yo, he's me
Not
right
that I
now.
Get kicked out or anything. I mean, you're the perfect student and I'm me. But it's just crazy, you know? We've been friends for so long. What are the odds we'd still be together? Well, not together. Not that I'm not saying you're not handsome. You are handsome, but that'd just be weird, right? Right.
Right.
What was I thinking?
Oh,
But
now
so,
she wants him
I
so
hope we end up
bad.
on the same team together. Ooh, we should
What the
come up with
fuck?
some sort of plan.
You
to make
slurped
sure
that
we end up on the same
pancake.
team together. What if we bribe that master? No, that won't work. He has a school. I know. We'll have some sort of signal, like a distress signal. A secret signal, so we can find each other in the forest. Can you imitate a sloth?
Nora,
Yes, Ren?
I don't think sloths make a lot of noise.
That's why it's perfect. No one will suspect we're working together.
Oh goodness.
Come on, Nora. Let's go.
But not
I love
together,
them.
together.
I wonder what those two are so worked up about.
Oh, who knows? So, you seem awfully chipper this morning.
Yep, no more awkward small talk or getting to know you stuff. Today, I get to let my sweetheart do the talking.
Here, baby.
Well, remember, Ruby, you're not the only one going through initiation. If you want to grow up, you're going to have to meet new people and learn to work together.
You sound like Dad. Okay, first of all, what does meeting people have to do with fighting? And secondly, I don't need people to help me grow up. I drink milk.
But what about when you
Iconic.
form teams?
We
I
stand.
don't know. I'll just be on your team or something.
Maybe you should try being on someone else's team.
My dearest sister Yang, are you implying that you do not wish to be on the same team as me?
What? No, of course I do. I just thought, I don't know, maybe it would help you break out of your shell.
What the? I don't need to break out of my shell. That's absolutely
Ridiculous! There's no way I put my gear in locker 636
Yo, we're
yesterday.
just switching to
I don't
everyone's
remember having
POV
a tab
today.
that high. Oh, why does this have to happen today?
So, Pyrrha, have you given any thought to whose team
Oh, it's
you would like to
her.
be on? I'm sure everyone must be eager to unite with such a strong, well-known individual such as yourself.
I'm not quite sure. I was planning on letting the chips fall where they may.
Oh, she's an interesting place.
I was thinking maybe we could be on a team together.
Well, that sounds grand.
Great! This will be perfect. The smartest girl in class combined with the strongest girl in class.
Villain
Together
arc.
We'll be unstoppable. I can see it now. We'll be popular. We'll be celebrities. We'll get perfect grades. Nothing could come between us now.
You know what else is great? Me, Jaune.
Oh my
Nice to
god.
meet
You again?
Nice to meet you, Jean.
you. Yeah.
Oh
So,
my god,
yes.
John.
Couldn't help but overhear your
What are you
fondness for me
doing?
The other day.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Don't worry, no need to be embarrassed. So, been hearing rumors about teams. I was thinking you and me would make a good one. What do you say?
Actually, I think the teams are comprised of 4 students each, so...
You don't say. Well, hot stuff. Play your cards right, and maybe you could join up with the winning team.
Jean, is it...
Stop,
Do you have
please.
any idea who you were talking to?
Not the slightest, Snow Angel.
This is Pyrrha.
Hello again.
Pyrrha graduated top of her class at Sanctum.
Never heard of it.
She's won the Mistral Regional Tournaments 4 years in a row. A new record.
The what?
She's on the front of every Pumpkin Pete's Marshmallow Flake spot.
That's you? They only do that for star athletes and cartoon characters.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Please tell me to
Sadly,
actually
the
make
cereal
this
isn't very good for you.
cereal.
So, after hearing all of this, do you really think you're in a position to ask her to be on your team?
I guess not. Sorry.
Actually, Jean, I think you'd make a great leader.
Oh,
Why?
Stop it.
Seriously, please stop it. This kind of behavior should not be encouraged.
Sounds like Pierre's on board for Team Jaune. Spots are filling up quick. Now, I'm not supposed to do this, but maybe I could pull some strings, find a place for you. What do you say?
All right, that's a bit too close. Pyrrha, a little help,
Oh shit, he's dead!
I'm sorry.
Would all first-year students please report to Beacon Cliff for initiation? Again, all first-year students report to Beacon Cliff immediately.
It was nice meeting you.
Likewise.
Having some trouble there, Lady Killer?
I don't understand.
That's floating to
My
her
dad
arm.
said all women look for is confidence. Where did I go wrong?
Snow Angel probably wasn't the best start.
Agreed.
Come on, John.
It's not
Let's
just
go.
confidence. Like, you're trying to riz with, like, you don't
For
have all the
years,
ingredients.
You have trained to become warriors, and today your abilities will be evaluated in the Emerald Forest.
Now,
Emerald
I'm sure many of
Forest.
you have heard rumors about the assignment of teams. Well, allow us to put an end to your confusion. Each of you will be given teammates. Today.
What?
These teammates will be with you for the rest of your time here at Beacon. So it is in your best interest to be paired with someone with whom you can work well.
Oh.
That being said, the first person you make eye contact with after landing will be your partner for the next 4 years.
What? That's what I'm saying.
After you've partnered up, make your way to the northern
How is that
end
a
of the
fair
forest.
assessment of? Oh my
You
god.
will meet opposition along the way. Do not hesitate to destroy everything in your path, or you will die.
Is there insurance for this?
You will be monitored.
Because what
and
happens if
graded
people
for the
actually
duration of
die?
your initiation,
What do you tell your parents?
But our instructors will not intervene. You will find an abandoned temple at the end of the path containing several relics. Each pair must choose one and return to the top of the cliff. We will guard that item, as well as your standing, and grade you appropriately. Are there any questions?
Yeah, sir?
Good. Now,
Holy
take your
shit.
positions.
Sir, I've got, a question.
Oh.
This landing strategy thing, what is it? You're, like, dropping us off or something?
Don,
No.
look to your left.
You will be falling.
I think that's
Oh,
what you need a landing
I
strategy
see.
for.
So, like, did you hand out parachutes for us?
No. You will be using your own landing strategy.
Yeah.
But what if you don't?
So, what exactly is a landing strategy?
Well, he's dead. Oh, wow, that was so fast. Ozpin is he's not really a fun headmaster, is he? Well, he's fun, but he's having fun. The students are not. Let's just hop into the next part. I think I'm just gonna skip the opening. I'll just cut that out. Yeah. But I will listen to it. Birdie, no! Oh, okay, nice. Okay. Holy shit, arms supposed to be strong. They didn't tear off right there. Oh, wait, that's cheating. No way. Wait, that's genius. She's even got Raiji put on the sunglasses. Nailed it. Oh my god, those trees. Wow, everyone's just like superhuman, basically. Wow, wait, that's so cool.
I'm sorry.
Nailed it. Literally, nailed John.
Gotta find Yang. Gotta find Yang. Gotta find Yang. Gotta find Yang. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Oh, what if I can't find her? What if someone finds her first? Oh, there's always Jaune. He's nice. He's funny. I don't think he's very good in a fight, though. Oh, what about Blake? So mysterious, so calm. Plus, she likes books. Well, then again, I'm not sure I'd be able to hold a conversation with her. Ugh.
Ah, come on, there's one more
Who else do I
person
know
you
in this
know.
school? There's Yang, Jaune, Blake, and...
Wait, did I just hear the white trailer leitmotif? Just now?
Where are you going?
We're supposed to be teammates.
She didn't even need to say anything. She's like, no, I'm not dealing with this. Which is a fair assessment. Ruby can be a bit much.
Stupid.
Oh.
By no means does this make us friends.
You came back.
Hey, wait! Come back! Who's gonna
That's
get me
so
down from
funny.
here?
She didn't want. She didn't want John to be here right now, so
have
she
any
was like, "I'd
spots
rather
left on your
take
teeth?
Ruby."
Very funny.
Okay, these two will be together though. Actually, I assume like we saw this in the opening. We
I
saw
will
who was
not let my
in
mission
all the
be
teams.
delayed because you're too slow. I swear, if I get a bad grade because you're what the?
I'm not slow, see? You don't have to worry about me.
That's not what she
Wouldn't
meant
it
by
waste-
slow.
Just because I don't exactly know how to deal with people doesn't mean I don't know how to deal with monsters. You're about
True.
to see a whole different side of me today, Weiss. And after it's all over, you're gonna be like, wow, that Ruby girl is really, really cool. And I want to be your friend.
The eye roll she did. And she just ditched her. Great.
You may be fast, but you still excel at wasting time.
Yo, banger line wise.
Ruby?
Uh oh. Maybe Ruby's a little bit too fast. No, these episodes are way too fast. No, come on. Okay, well, that's fine. I can live with this. It's just a week. It's just a week. Alright. I'm gonna go take a break. I'm gonna be combing through the episode again, and then we'll come back with the review portion. See you in a bit. Alright, we're back. And I just want to say not a lot actually happened in that episode. Most of the things that we got were setup. Very minimal setup, but still setup. So I just wanted to go through here. Plot. I separated the plot. It's not down here anymore. I separated the actual plot of the episodes to another tab because this is probably gonna get long. And also, I don't know if I want to keep doing that because I think it's unnecessary to keep track of the plot. I can just rewatch the episodes; they're so short. So yeah, that's that. The first thing I wanted to talk about is, well, I guess let's just go based off the world building things. So, cereal exists. Pumpkin Pete's Marshmallow Flakes is a cereal that exists, and because they have a popular I guess a popular no, because here is a student. So yeah, just a popular figure on the box means that like some sort of marketing exists here. So I wonder if capitalism exists. But more importantly, here at Beacon, teammates are assigned based on eye contact. Now I find this incredibly strange. I don't know if there's any way to like transfer like if you're not happy with your teammate, you could transfer. Like I don't know if that's a thing that is allowed. I wonder what the actual practical use for eye contact is. Is Ozpin trying to say that you're supposed to be able to work with anyone? Because I don't know if that like if you're trying to do like missions, or you know, if you're a huntsman and you're out there in the field, you're trying to fight monsters, right? And you don't know who you're gonna get assigned with. Um, you know, you get moved around a lot in your job. You know, is he trying to say that it's good to like work with multiple people, but at the same time, it's working with that person for 4 years throughout your entire time here at Beacon. So definitely, I don't know. It's a very suspicious thing. I really don't know what to make of this. I mean, it made for a good gag though. And another thing is landing strategy. Um, it's funny, yes, and also cool when we get to see how everyone lands. But I want to read deeper into this because just the idea that during initiation, everyone should have already learned how to land from a high place. I think that's a really cool piece of like world building where you enter like as soon as you enter secondary education, which I assume it's secondary, it might even be tertiary because it's like dorms and it feels like college more than high school. You know what I mean? So, landing strategy, since you're fighting monsters and you have all these cool weapons and powers, being able to land from a high place safely is something you really should know how to do. So I just thought it was such a cool idea. But John is clueless because John is John. He doesn't seem to have any powers, and he has hand-me-down weapons. I don't know if he's even qualified to be here at that point. All right. Ah, yes. Here, well, not here. Wise mentioned about a Mistral tournament. Region. I think it was a regional tournament. So I want to assume that Mistral is a region because it's a Mistral regional tournament. I don't know if this is the right spelling, by the way. I can check the character names in the credits. I can't check locations and things. Sanctum, I assume is a school, graduated top of the class of Sanctum. I assume it's the same with Signal, Sanctum. They're all like schools, and then you could get to go to the Beacon, or maybe there are other like higher education schools out there as well. So we're expanding we're expanding the scope of the world just through word. I'd love to see these places eventually, if we even go there. Ah, yes, a lot of people commented on this line that Ozpin says. So I think we pretty much settled it that um it's not that uh Crescent Rose is a legendary weapon, nor okay, maybe scythes are a rare weapon, but it's mostly that oh, you have a huntsman weapon. You go to Signal. You know, you are in possession of a lethal weapon that is designed to slay monsters. How do you like why do you have that? So that's the kind of vibe that we sort of landed on, based on the consensus of the comments. And I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, I agree. I still think the line is written in a really strange way, but I guess I'll let that go now. Um, okay, so Ruby has some additional points here. Because the main thing for Ruby this episode is that she doesn't want to socialize. She knows she's not good at socializing, and instead of doing that, she wants to focus on what she's already good at, which is fighting. So she, there are the rumors of like, oh, the teams, right? And then Ruby's like, I just want to be on your team, not necessarily because she wants to be with Yang, but more so that she doesn't want to think about it. If Yang is on the team, she doesn't have to make friends with the other people because teams are of 4, right? I assume that the person you make eye contact with is a pair. That you two are a pair, and then you pair two. Well, yeah, you pair 2 pairs together to form a team of 4. That's what I'm assuming at least. So, she doesn't want to think about it, and we also see this later where when she's talking to Weiss in the forest, he recognizes that she's not good at all of this, but she wants to prove to Weiss that she's perfectly capable and able to keep up with everyone, even though she's younger. She skipped, 2 years. Even though she doesn't know how to talk to people, she's like, no, I want to make a name for myself as someone not a loser, you know? And I hope that you want to be my friend after this because I want to make friends. Well, oh, yeah, yeah. because I just had a thought. I was like, wait, no, she doesn't want to socialize, but she wants to make friends. And I was like, okay, how does that work? No, she wants to make friends, but she doesn't want to put in the work to do that. So she wants to hide away from it. But now that she has the opportunity to make friends, especially with Weiss, someone who she hasn't had great relations with, she doesn't want to leave it there. She doesn't want to just have their dynamic be like that for the entirety of the time here. She wants to make amends. She wants to repair this thing before it gets too far. And so she wants to prove to Weiss that she's capable. Yeah. So in conjunction with that, Weiss fully underestimates Ruby's capabilities. She just assumes that Ruby's going to slow her down. And she's already thinking, oh my god, if my grades suffer because of this, like, she's already thinking about the grade suffering just because she's paired with Ruby. So there's 100% going to be an arc where Ruby proves to Weiss that she's capable, and Weiss understands, oh, I shouldn't underestimate this person. Let's see. I guess we can skip to smartest girl in class. I put this here because I thought it was important. This and Pyrrha. Weiss calls herself the smartest girl in class. She doesn't have to be the smartest girl in class because Weiss has a bit of an ego, so she calls herself smartest girl in class. Makes sense. If she really is the smartest girl in class, that's still fine. Still makes sense. And then Pyrrha is the strongest girl in class. So we're told that Pyrrha has the bronze and Weiss has the brains. And so she wanted to work together with Pyrrha. She wanted to be a team with her. And so Weiss is all about, I want to optimize. I want to optimize my time here at Beacon so that I can graduate with the best grades. And, you know, the way I can do that is by teaming up with competent people. And Pyrrha seems like a nice person. Yeah, let's just go straight to Pyrrha. With Pyrrha, she's a nice person. I like her so far, but she's definitely she goes with the flow a lot. She's like, oh, I didn't think about who to team with yet. I'll just let whatever happens happens. And she kind of lets John do his whole rizzing thing and doesn't really do much, doesn't really like say much until Weiss asks her to be like, hey, I'm gonna do something. And she's like, okay, fine. So she's definitely very passive in that regard. But she is still smart. She still graduated top of her class. And she's also strong by winning 4 years in a row in this tournament, which is a new record apparently. So she's not just the strongest, she's also pretty smart. So I don't know. She's also a bit of a celebrity, a micro celebrity. No, probably a kinda student celebrity, because it's all these extracurricular stuff as well, like winning tournaments that lands her this status as a celebrity, that she's on the Marshmallow Flakes box, because as John said, it was for like star athletes and cartoon characters, right? So yeah, Pyrrha sounds like a very impressive individual, but when it comes to her aura as a person, it's a lot more like pulled back. So I'm wondering if there, like, I don't know, if there's anything interesting going on there. You would assume that someone who is this impressive would have a much more intimidating or powerful aura about them. Maybe they're even egotistical or a bully. But no, Pyrrha seems like a nice person and just down to earth. So I kind of want to like dive deeper into that. I want to know who Pyrrha is as a person. So I'm on my list of like characters I'm most interested in diving into. I really want to learn more about Pyrrha. She also said that John will make a great leader. I have no idea what the fuck she means by this, because the first time she sees John, other than in the assembly in the last episode. Yeah, because she saw John over there. But again, John didn't do anything there. The time where she finally learns what he's like is here, where he he's coming in and he's trying to flirt slash get them on his team, specifically Weiss. And it's a pathetic display. And then immediately switches from Weiss to Pyrrha and starts doing the exact same thing. But for some reason, she just believes that, hey, no, you'd make a great leader. Like, I don't know if she actually thinks this, or she's more of a people pleaser, or she just wants to say something nice instead of saying something true, you know? Um, Speaking of John, awful Riz who overvalues confidence. So, oh my god, I don't remember. Did John say his mom says that all women look for is confidence, or his dad? I don't remember who he said it was from, but I think it was one of his parents. Um, Awful advice, right? Whoever said that, regardless, awful advice. Confidence is one aspect of it, but it's number one, not necessary, and number two, you need to say the caveat that confidence isn't it. Like, you could take it too far by being too assertive, and people will get like pushed away and turned off by someone who's too assertive and too confident in their advance. Like it's John went in with all bark no bite. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have an aura of someone who is charismatic. The first time we meet him, he's vomiting. Second time we meet him, he's kind of a dork. You know, in here he's awful at like trying to get people on his team, especially women on his team. Our impression of John isn't exactly someone who's competent, knowledgeable, or even socially, you know, um, socially great. So him coming in with off like just terrible resume and trying to apply for a job that's bigger than him, you know? So I like that we're learning more character flaws because characters are boring without flaws. Ruby's flaw is that she's focused on fighting. She doesn't really want to socialize. Weiss's flaw is that she thinks of herself too highly or underestimates other people too much. John's flaw is that he just needs to lock it in. um, let's see. Ah, yes, Yang. We've got some more notes on Yang. Um, Here. She wants Ruby to break out of her shell and be on someone else's team. Now, I find this interesting because Yang is protective of Ruby. That this tracks with what we've seen so far. She's a very loving sister, and she got mad at Weiss for being mean to Ruby, and we know that Yang has been trying to get Ruby out of her shell for a while now. And I just find it really cool that she's not a bad sister in the sense that she is protective of the sister. And she's not even in a, it's not even in a, I'll keep you all to myself kind of way, or I'm being overprotective of Ruby because I don't want to see her get hurt. Like, it's a very healthy, hey, I want to protect you and I want to make sure that you're okay, but that's not how life works. You know, Yang is someone who is adventurous, who probably takes risks. You know, she's going out of her way to a bar full of enemies just to find information about what she wants. Like, she's a very, how should I say, confident person when it comes to stuff like this. So she wants Ruby to take that first step. God is the title of the episode. wants Ruby to take that first step and be someone independent of her. He's I was gonna say she's okay with being separate from um one other thing that crossed my mind though is that she abandoned Ruby for her friends in the first episode, which is it was it first second episode at the start of the second episode. Just abandons Ruby immediately, and I just found that really funny. But that you could also say that she did that because she was confident that Ruby would find people. You know, she didn't want to stick by Ruby all the time. She's okay with letting her go. And you know, abandoning is like kind of a big word, but that is what she did. And I also think it's funny that Ruby straight up abandons Weiss as well at the end there when Ruby's like, "Hey, don't underestimate me. I'll impress you," and then she just books it. She's out of there. She's way too fast now. Weiss thinks that she's too slow and she'll slow her down, but Ruby's the one that's going too far ahead. So I feel like ditching people seems to be part of the family for Ruby and Yang. And then the final things for characters, we have Nora and Ren, who we opened the episode with. So these are the other members of the team we saw in the opening, right, with Pyrrha and John. So Nora and Ren are both gonna be their team. So I'm excited to learn more about these characters. They have a really awesome dynamic. Nora is okay, they're both friends for a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if they're childhood friends or anything. They're probably friends in school before transferring here. Nora is super active, super hyperactive, and she's anime teleporting all over the place, yapping nonstop, and Ren's super quiet. But Ren's not socially inept. He's just quiet. That's the vibe I get from him, which is a difference. So I think Ruby could learn something from him. You know, I mean even Blake, but no, Blake kind of distances himself. I think. Yeah, I don't know, but you have two quiet characters now, Blake and Ren, but they're both different in their own ways. So I just think it's cool. And also, Nora has a thing for him. Like it's so obvious. Like, well, we've been together for so long. Oh, but like not together. And then she says the exact same thing at the end of their little section. So it's telegraphed so obviously that I almost want to believe that it's a fake out, that they're both not gonna end up together. But at the same time, I kind of ship it because they're kind of cute, right? Because they're like longtime friends and they have a I yap so much dynamic and I'm just really quiet dynamic. But then they both actually like each other. I don't know. I think it's just cute. I think it's cute. um. Yeah, actually, no. One last thing for the character. I think Ozpin's kind of careless. He not only did he have this rule about the eye contact thing, but when John was asking him questions, he just shut it down. John was like, "Hey, I have a question," and then Ozpin's like, Ozpin's like, "Any questions?" And then John was like, he raises his hand, and then Ozpin sees it, and then just goes, "Good," and then just launches everyone. And then he only answers his question during everyone starting to launch. So he's not careful at all. He's just like, I'm gonna send my students into peril, even if they trust me to keep them safe. Like he's a very hands on. Like I'll just throw you into the thick of things because I guess I trust you, or I just don't want to put in the work. But he's not that kind of person. I feel like I think he's more just careless. Not that he doesn't care about the students. He could be a bit. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm struggling to put it into places. A lot of trust in the students. Sometimes too much trust, and sometimes probably neglecting the headmaster. But he ultimately cares about the students, and that's part of why he puts such a great deal of trust that's this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. My review section ended up being longer than my reaction, which is actually something that you should be expecting on this channel. If you're just here for the reaction, don't watch the review. And it's just it'll be long. But this is very fun, and I can't wait to watch the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed as well. As always, I really love reading all your comments. I read all of them, and keep them coming. You guys have really cool insights in there. I see some of you guys trying to spoil further information, but I don't read the whole thing. Like if I see your comment start with oh, here's some information about the world. It's like, no, it's not told in the story yet. I don't want to know. Okay, I don't want to like learn. I don't want to like how should I say, paint my how- words. I want to experience the story the way that it's presented to me. I'm doing this more of an exercise because I'm trying to write my own sort of like web series. It's far, far like in the future because I don't have the resources to do it, but I really want to. And RWBY just feels like what I want to make. And it would be so awesome if I get to make a show like RWBY. And so part of why I'm keeping track of all this is because I want to learn how to write something like this. And part of what I realized when watching shows is um, how you how you convey your information in the show is very important. You're always going to have the big book of lore and world building as a writer, but um like this goes for whatever you're doing, including writing books and stuff. You're gonna know your own lore, but how do you communicate that to the audience naturally throughout the course of the story? Like, that is something that I feel like is underrated in terms of like a writer's skill. So I want to approach the story like this. So if it's not in the show yet, I don't want to know. If it's not in the show, period, then it must not be important. So that's how I want to approach this. So yeah, I I rambled on a bit long, but yeah, I'll just see you in the next video. Bye bye.